economy. And Mr. Tonko, you were so correct when you talk about what happens when those infrastructures are not there. Mm-hmm. Now, in the American Jobs Act, which we ought to be working on and passing, there is $50 billion over and above the ongoing money. This is new money, additional money, that would be immediately available to restore the coastal areas of the United States, to rebuild the infrastructure in those areas that have been hard hit by the floods of this year, to improve the 100-year-old plus bridges in America. Those are all things that we need to move our economy. We talked earlier from Ms. Sutton from Ohio about the sanitation and water systems. Each and every one of these should be framed in such a way as to create American jobs, not just the construction jobs, but the rest of the story, which is the concrete, the steel, the bolts, the pumps, all of those things that go into the infrastructure can and should be American-made if we have a policy. Now, on the floor here 3 weeks ago, we were talking about this, and our colleague from Illinois, Ms. Jankowski, brought something to the floor that just blew me away. She brought a document that was prepared in 1788 by George Washington. And it was a manufacturing policy for America. He told Hamilton, who was then the Secretary of Treasury, to go out and to develop 8 steps for an American manufacturing policy. So this is not new in America, folks. We need a manufacturing policy in America. We call it Make It in America. It's a tax policy, educational policy, an infrastructure policy. It is an international trade policy where we don't give it away, but we require fair trade, not free trade, fair trade. These are American manufacturing policies of today. Thank you, George Washington, for setting us on the course. We need to continue it.
Right. Absolutely. You know, I hear in your statement the wisdom of sound planning. We need that. For a government to be smart and efficient, which is the call by the general public, we want smart investment from our government. Ask any competitor out there in the global economy. They are competing against industries that are being co-invested in by their native lands. There are co-investments with governments and their private sector, and we're moving in the other direction. So a couple of things come to mind here. I participated this past weekend in Small Business Saturday, and the spirit I detected was the leap of faith, sound leap of faith by many small business leaders who said, I want to offer a service. I'm going to put my creative genius to work. I'm going to make my commitment to community a response here that's tangible. I saw a lot of belief in the American public, belief in the American system, and it offers a warm and fuzzy, cozy, personalized relationship. People come in, they're known when they walk into the shop. They see the creative flair that's been introduced into that small business. I also see more technical savvy qualities technically savvy qualities that are engaged in the district I represent with a lot of startups, incubators. Again, another leap of good faith, but needing an investment, a partnering with government, especially in a very tenuous economy where there's still a lot of guesswork and we need to be there to remove some of that risk. That is so critically important. And you know, Representative Garamendi, you mentioned earlier representing the fact that my district is that donor district to the Erie Canal Barge Canal, which was the westward movement, triggered an industrial revolution. These mill towns that were given birth to by the canal became the epicenters of invention and innovation. Manufacturing towns, mill towns that had blue-collar workers coming up with tremendously clever ideas. And you know, for people to throw up their arms and say, manufacturing then is what it was our greatness, it's gone today. Nothing could be farther from the truth. What is the challenge today to a sophisticated society like the American society is that while we have a number of product lines that we developed through our decades of manufacturing, The challenge to a sophisticated society is build the products that are in demand today. And if we believe that every product that's ever required by society has been conceived and engineered and designed and manufactured, then the story's over. But if we believe, like so many of us do believe, that we can be the wizards of those new products, and we develop it by investing in ideas, investing in research, then we build those products that are now the step up, if you will. That's where we are with our policy initiatives as a Democratic caucus in the House of Representatives. Make it in America by embracing the intellectual capacity of this nation and holding fast to innovation, entrepreneurs, and the manufacturing of today, spun up to a new level. That's America at her greatest moment.
If I might interrupt you for just a moment. Every hour we're here, we're joined by men and women who are working hard on behalf of the American people. The stenographers taking down our words here deserve a praise of thanksgiving. Not that our words are so worthwhile to put into the American record, but they do it nonetheless. And I want to thank them for their good work and for the staff behind us as we go through this hour.
Absolutely, and let me just, if you'll suffer a, if you'll yield, please, suffer an interruption. Yield, please, Mr. Representative Garamendi. I absolutely endorse what you just said. They are devoted, they are an essential part of this body to introduce all of the statements into the annals of history, making certain that statements that might inspire the